Welcome back to the Steve Yanti YouTube channel. Have you ever owned a Corvette? I have. I had one. No, not this one here. In fact, back around 2004 or 5, I think it was, I decided I need a Corvette in my life. So I went out and I bought one for $5,700. It was a white C4 Corvette. It was a 1985, and in fact, it was a great little car until it wasn't. I actually spun the rod bearings, and I told the story in the September 2006 issue of CarCraft magazine. And here's the tale right here. It's called Why Ask Why, where I explore the wonders of the wide-body Chevrolet, the Corvette. And the problem was, when I first got the car, I decided to myself, I want to find out if these things really go 150 miles an hour. Well, it was a little low on oil. I didn't know that, so I wound up doing this. I had to pull the motor out of the car, got the rod fixed, and then I was back in action. So I drove it, for about a year. And then I took my $5,700 investment to the Pomona swap meet. And sure enough, there were two other white 85 Corvettes there. Yeah. So I sold it for $3,700 because I was tired and just wanted to get out of it. So after that car, I decided I'll just downsize. And so this is something I purchased. This is Monograms, 1/8 scale. 85 Corvette, and this is an amazing model, very detailed, steering front wheels, opening engine bay, and there's the tune port engine right there. I think with 230 horsepower, 330 foot-pounds of torque thanks to that ram-tuned intake manifold. Loads of detail on these things. The underneath is correct, has the C4 suspension front and rear. And if you didn't know, C4 Corvettes actually had transverse leaf springs, front and rear. A lot of folks think that's like Model A stuff, right? Well, not when the springs are made of fiberglass and the upper and lower control arms are made of forged aluminum. This stuff was very advanced and yet very simple all at the same time. In fact, that thing right there that you see rendered, that flat thing, that is the transverse leaf spring at the front of the C4 Corvette architecture. And of course, here at the back, here's the Dana 44 rear axle in the middle. Same basic differential used in Jeeps in World War II, but it served very well. And Monogram is one of the great model manufacturers. Back in the 60s, they were one of the leaders in 1/8 scale, massive models. The Big T, they did an E-Type Jaguar, and they even did a 65 Corvette. I believe it's a 65 in 1/8 scale. So this was one of the last ones they did in this massive scale. Now, this is too big for you. There was also a 1/25th scale version, not by Monogram. This is actually an MPC with opening hood, and you can see there we have the same Tuneport 350 engine. This one is a manual transmission. This has the Doug Nash 4+3 overdrive tranny in the bottom. But my Corvette experience was such that it led me to write a book. This is my book from 2000 and I think 11 or so, something like that. But this is my 1001 Corvette Facts book. And in fact, I enjoyed my Corvette so much that I dedicated the book to my cat Cookies right there. And here's these models right here in place. And so yeah, Corvettes are great. I call them the plastic fantastic, whether they're full-sized or 1/8 scale. If you enjoyed this video, there's a lot more here on the Steve Maggs YouTube channel. We've got a lot of junkyard stuff, funny car stuff, in the garage stuff. So stay tuned for more and be sure to share this with your friends.